And I'm telling you, if you bring an army up against us, what you're going to do, because it's all written in the prophecy. You're going to bring an army against us. Joe Biden just said that we're going to take your rights and bring the special forces.
That's it.
If you bring an army against us, guess what's going to happen? So in Isaiah 59:19, the Lord going to set up a standard.
Yep.
Okay? Like that video the brother put up. The brother had them spiritual powers. He looked at them men, they stood up to shoot him. All he did was did his hand like this and all them head busted up. You see that video? Spiritual power video? Then there's another one where he had a tank. He raised the tank up, exploded the tank, and then put it back together. When it dropped, everybody. When it dropped, it was a ball of iron. See how you doing, sister? Spiritual power, man. See, that's what's coming. Go ahead.
Back in Acts chapter 5 and verse 40, it says, and to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahushua.
He said they should not speak in the name of Yahushua. Give me Matthew 10 and 17. And I'm going to get 23 and 34, same Matthew. We got 23, Matthew 23 and 34, and Matthew 10 and 17. One of y'all grab 23 and 34. Okay. Go ahead.
This is Matthew 10 and 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils.
See, that's what Yahushua was prophesying. That was a fulfillment. You see, he prophesied to them that these things were going to happen. That was a fulfillment. The scriptures are a fulfillment of prophecy. Go ahead.
And they will scourge you.
Beat you. Go ahead. Beat, that means beat you. Go ahead. Scourge you mean beat.
And will scourge you in their synagogues.
See? So he told them that was going to happen. He was prophesying, and it happened. And people like, man, I know Peter had to be like, whoo, man, they already done it. Like, he wasn't lying. He told them. Go ahead.
Verse 18.
Nah, you good on that. Go ahead.
This book of Matthew chapter 23 and verse 34. And it reads, wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify.
Some you gonna kill, some you gonna crucify. See, go ahead.
And some of them shall you scourge in your synagogues and persecute them from your city to city.
They did it from city to city. And guess what? When you go into how they died, all the apostles got killed, man. Except for John. John was banished to the island of what? Patmos. But the rest of them got killed. You see? They got killed, hung upside down, all kind of ways. He said it. He prophesied. Some of y'all gonna kill. They gonna martyr some of us. Some of us gonna die for the name of Yahweh Shemal Shah. Just like the young men in 2 Maccabees 7th chapter. They had to die for that name. Okay? But you can't be afraid though. Alright? Don't fear. Go ahead. Back to Acts.
Back in Acts chapter 5 and verse 41. It says, and they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name.
So counted worthy to suffer, being persecuted for that name. Now give me what you want to read.
God.
Give me Romans 5:3. I'm gonna get 2 Corinthians 12 and 10. These people impatient, boy.
Well, I tell you, I've been saying that. This book of Matthew.
I got one, 2 Corinthians 12 and 10. Therefore, I take pleasure in the infirmities and reproaches and necessary and persecutions and distresses for Mashiach's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. So when you think you're weak, you suffer for that name's sake. The Lord He gonna give us power in that day, man. We're gonna find out that suffering we did and being weak, He gonna give us power for it. Go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 5 and 3.
Go ahead.
And not only so, but we glory in the temptations, also knowing that tribulation worketh peace.
Tribulation gonna work in peace. We glory in it. When they bring these sufferings on us, man. We glory in it. It's like, if you ain't catching hell, you better goddamn be like, well, fuck.
Be scared.
Yeah.
You better be scared.
You ain't catching hell, you better turn around and be looking like, goddamn, why I ain't catching no kind of hell? You see? Because you gonna catch hell in this thing, man. See? Go ahead.
So, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 20.
No, Matthew 5 and 10.
10, slightly. I knew I was wrong.
5 and 10. All right.
James 1 and 2.
This book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 10. And it reads,
One more. Slide. All right, here we go.
and it reads,
Things stuck together, y'all. Slug. Here we go. Matthew 5 and 10. Got it now.
and it reads, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake.
Blessed are they, favor be shown to the one that is persecuted for righteousness' sake, man.
Done.
Hey, you get slapped around for this name, it's a good thing. They put you in jail because of the name, like Peter got put in jail and Paul, it's a good thing. You see what the Lord did for him, he got him out. Go ahead.
Done.
It says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for their sins, but theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
So the ones who get persecuted, theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So we get persecuted for a higher glory. Okay? And we're going to be persecuted more and more. It's going to be a great thing, man. Go ahead. I think that goes to 12th verse.
It says, verse 11, blessed are ye when men shall revile you.
Men shall revile you. They talk shit about you, right? Put false accusations on you, slap you around, beat you. Go ahead.
And persecute you.
See?
And shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake.
Say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake. And he saw them doing it. And they counsel us right now. They talking shit about us. They talking about we trouble starters and all this, man. They talking about we bums. We talking about we terrorists and shit. You see, that's what they call us terrorists. Yeah. Like straight up. Hell, they don't even fuck with the damn mother no more. They focus on us now. Everything go on is a Jake with a beard on his damn face. Or if he ain't got no beard, by the time they get done putting that shit on their computer, you got a damn beard. See, go ahead.
It's in verse 12. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven.
So be exceedingly glad when you catch a hell. For your reward is that in heaven, man. Pat Bradley. What's up, man? All right. Yeah, I knew him through the thing. He's played ball for Arkansas. He the 3-point leader. So I knew who he was through his name. What you got?
I got
First will
on this. Come. For so persecuted that the prophets which were before you.
They persecuted prophets before you. You see? So they persecuted prophets way back in the day during the house shot time. They processed in the time of the Acts, and they're gonna do us the same way. Okay, they even took our own apostles to jail one time. Right? I think it was around I want to say around 99, 2000. You see? So, hey man, this is persecution. You got the tribulation. Jacob's trouble is coming. This is all part of it. Some of us gonna get knocked around. You're gonna get thrown into prison. Get that Revelation 3. What you got right now?
This is James 1 and 2. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into divers temptation.
He counted all joy, man, when Esau come to message you. That's what James said. That's your outside brother. He said, you better count it all joy, man, when they come against you. Count it joy, man. When they come against you to do what they gonna do. They got you amongst them dudes questioning you, and you doing for your house shot name, man. They slap you around, beat you up. Count it all joy, man. You know the Lord gonna He gonna let you get your lick back. Okay, what you got?
This book of Revelation chapter 3 and verse 3.
That's it, right?
It
10.
3 and 10. This book of
I think I just said the third chapter.
3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Keep you from that hour of temptation. Go ahead.
Which shall come upon all the world.
Should come upon all the world.
To try them that dwell upon the earth.
Now go back to 2 and 10. See what that says.
Done. There's the book of Revelations.
So if you keep this word, he's going to keep you from that hour of temptation. Meaning what? He's not going to let you take that RFID chip. That's that hell of an hour of temptation. Okay? You see? Go ahead.
There's the book of Revelations 2 and 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Fear none of these things that you're going to suffer. Because some of you going to be getting beat up. They might throw some hot water on your back. They might beat you with a whip and throw salt on you. Fear none of them things. It's going to be rough. It ain't going to be easy, man, inheriting this kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
It says, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
The devil, meaning the so-called white man, shall cast some of you into prison. Go ahead.
That ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
They're going to fuck with you. They're going to mess with you. They're going to fuck you up. And it might be 10 days. It might be 1 day. It might be 20 days. But go ahead.
It says, be thou faithful unto death.
Be thou faithful unto death, man. So you got to be faithful until they kill you. You do it. Go ahead.
And I will give thee a crown of life.
The Lord said, I will give thee a crown of life. And when you read in 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter, it says, get it. We're going to end with that one. 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra.
Like the scripture.
The 2nd chapter. Sirach 4 and 28.
2nd Ezra, you said 4 and 2?
2nd Ezra 2. Started like 43.
In the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, in verse 43, and it reads, in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature. 42. There's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, in verse 42. It says, I Ezra saw upon the mountain of Zion a great people.
All right.
Whom I could not number.
You could not number. Go ahead.
And that they all praise the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua with songs.
They all praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua with songs, 144,000. Go ahead.
It says, verse 43.
In the harps of Moses. Go ahead.
And in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature.
In the midst of them was a man of high stature. Go ahead.
Taller than all the rest.
Taller than all the rest. Go ahead.
And upon every one of their heads, he set crowns and was more exalted.
On every one of their heads, he set crowns, but he was more exalted. Go ahead.
It says, which I marveled at greatly. Verse 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these?
Who are these?
Verse 45, it said, he answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal clothing.
These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, put off this world, because it tell you up in 38 that he took them out of the shadow of this world. You see, go ahead.
It says, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now
they have confessed the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
Now are they the crown and receive palms.
Which is palms is victory. They received the crown, they received the victory. Right? Meaning what? We're going to defeat death, man. Like Yahushua defeated death. You see? He defeated death, man. He defeated death. When you go read, when they put him in the tomb, he rose before what? Before the 4th day. He rose after the 3rd day. So before his body started decomposing, he rose up. That was him defeating death. Because that's when the rigor mortis and the decaying starts. When that shit started decaying, that's it. He beat that. And he turned around, he rose Lazarus up when his body started decaying. When his body started decaying, he rose him up then.